So last stream, I believe, I talked about Hacks dying. Hacks is the, once again, as I've stated, Hacks is the guy that created evidence.zip, which was a j'accuse against prominent members of the. Actually, he did not create evidence.zip. He created a sequel to evidence.zip, which was an accusation against a guy called Leffen, who, as I discussed, is a bit of a fucking dickhead. And Hacks has killed himself because he was banned from attending Smash tournaments. And I mentioned that I thought Leffen was a dick because he was fighting against Hacks using a special controller that made the game more handicap accessible to people with issues with their hands, like arthritis. It's actually worse than that. Hacks actually didn't just use a controller that was handicap accessible. He made it. He actually commissioned artists and designers and like electrical engineers to make this controller and make it as ergonomic as possible so he could create a proof of concept and actually start selling this arcade style controller to people that had similar issues as him, so they could keep playing Smash. And Leffen fought against this so that people that had arthritis in their hands could not play Smash, specifically to spite Leffen, or to spite Hacks, and to stop him from selling his controller because it would make him money or something. Because it was like a $500 controller that was like bespoke, custom made for this one game. It was a fucking dickhead move. And so he's dead now. And to the surprise of everyone, he actually live streamed, or the family live streamed his funeral. And I want to show you this. So these are the people watching the funeral. The funeral processions are on the bottom, right? And then the streamers are playing Smash as he's dead. And they're attending the funeral. And I believe that there is one guy in particular, the red Adidas shirt. Okay, so Mewtwo King is M2K, and it was it was one of the things that he brought up in his evidence.zip video, where he said that Mewtwo King wore this red shirt when he beat Hacks at this very important tournament, if I remember correctly. And it became a meme because in the video, they met up at Las Vegas for a tournament. And Mewtwo King showed up in his red Adidas shirt, and Hacks was convinced that this was a dog whistle to remind him of the time that he lost this tournament. And it was like this subtle bullying. And then a lot of people laughed at this and was like, you're being paranoid. It's like a gang stalking red car thing. Well, now Mewtwo King has showed up at the funeral where Hacks is dead in this red Adidas shirt, which is obviously very out of place and is not unintentional because you would wear a more formal suit or something to a funeral, but he showed up in the red Adidas shirt. So this is like very intentional. However, he said that Hacks' family requested that he wear the red Adidas shirt, and it wasn't done out of disrespect. It was done at the request of the family, which is really, really weird. And it's made weirder because a lot of people actually suspected that Hacks wasn't dead because Hacks' Twitter account remained active under the suspicion that, under the statement that it was Hacks' mother. But Hacks' mother is like obviously really, if it was her, is really knowledgeable about the game. But everyone thought it might be just him pretending to be dead until his corpse was in a fucking casket in front of them. So there's some weird shit happening in the Hacks family. Hacks was like super weird and autistic. He got bullied to death by Leffen, allegedly. And then his parents apparently asked somebody to humiliate him after he died by wearing the red shirt of victory, kind of like marching under the Arc de Triomphe in Paris. And just like further grind it in that not only did I beat you at Super Smash Bros., I beat you at life, and now you're dead. Absolutely fucking bizarre. The Smash community is one of the weirdest fucking places on earth.
Thanks for watching this video from Colonel J. My name is Moontrigger, and I approve this message. Remember to like and subscribe.